Miss MC, the President Shafi Effendi is here, so he's going to give the speech.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you for the information. Now we would like to invite Mr. Shafi Effendi as the president of OIC Youth Indonesia to present his speech. The floor is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah wa syukurillah wa la haula wa la quwwata illa billah. Special thanks for all of the participants in ISDC 2020, and thank you for the session, and thanks to translator Nadia Daulay and all of the member of OIC Indonesia, especially the Secretary General Miss Astrid Nadia Reskita, and to all special for the senior, my brother M. Sharoni, Mr. Taha Ayahan. Yes, thank you. I want to fly to Istanbul tonight, Mr. Taha. Yeah.
Okay, please come to Istanbul, and please let me know where will you stay, what is your program, so we can meet inshallah.
Okay, thank you.
Have a nice trip, safe and sound trip.
Yes, I want to go to your office in Istanbul and share about the youth in Indonesia. Okay, in this session, I would like thank you for the all senior of the government of Indonesia, and especially to OIC Youth Forum. Okay, for some days, yeah, in the event, I look the very potential youth in Indonesia and in the all of participant, because I hope the output of the event is the create a future leader, and this is the opportunity for us, because the this time for the prepare for the get the opportunity in the future. So we must have the new competency, a new network, new friends, create the new opportunity in this life. So as a president of ISDC Indonesia, I want to thank you for all participants, and I hope we can meet offline session, offline session after pandemic. In Indonesia ready to create an event in my country in Jakarta. So I hope Mr. Taha come to Jakarta. Come to Jakarta, create the event. My government in Indonesia very hopeful, yeah. Very hope, very love to OIC Youth Forum. We hope as OIC Youth, OIC Youth Forum can create an international event in Indonesia. We already to make the history for the youth in Indonesia, because Indonesian is the Muslim community, the big community in the world. So especially for youth in Indonesia, youth very potential to develop, yeah, to develop and create the new leader in the future. So thank you for the session. I want to fly go to Istanbul. Is the airport? Airport. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Thank you for my brother Taha, my brother from the Ministry of Indonesia. Very and then my senior, Mr. Tantan Taufik Lubis, and my teacher M. Sharoni Rofi, thank you. My brother Mr. Gilang, thank you so much. Okay, I want to go to the plan. Thank you for the session. And one more, Indonesians are ready to create an international event from OIC Youth Forum. Yeah, thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you to Mr. Shafi Effendi for your speech as the President of OIC Youth Indonesia. The next speech will be given by Mr. Surya Egistian as the President of UKM Bahasa Flat at UIN Syarif Hidayatullah Jakarta. To Mr. Surya Egistian, the floor is yours.
Cek. Oke. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Oke. Syadatul Muhtaram Syafi'i Effendi, Presiden of OIC, dan Syadatul Muhtaram Arif Arianto SPSI, Kasubag Minat dan Bakat Mahasiswa UIN Jakarta, Syadatul Muhtaram Taha Aihan, Presiden of Islamic Cooperation Youth. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala asrofil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain amma ba'du. Ana kamu wakilil lajnatu hadzal barnamij ashkuru syukran katsiran li jami'i man yusa'id hadzal barnamij alladzi qad ista'adda hadzal barnamij isti'dadan jayidan wa ana astaghfirukum hakal istighfar ala kulli khata fi hadzal barnamij wan nuqsan fi hadzal barnamij asa hadzal barnamij ayakuna istimrar fi kulli sana aw sanatan wahidatan wa kullu musabik asa ayajid al manfa'ah min hadzal barnamij rubama iktafaitu hadza kalam aqulu syukran katsiran ala ihtimamikum. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you to Mr. Surya Egistian for your speech. Next, to give his speech, we will invite Mr. Arif Arianto Aryadi, SPSI, as the Deputy Head of Student Affairs at UIN Syarif Hidayatullah Jakarta. The floor is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Sebelumnya saya sampaikan salawat dan salam kepada junjungan besar Nabi Muhammad SAW, dan juga tidak lupa syukur alhamdulillah kita kepada Allah SWT yang pada malam hari ini telah mempertemukan kita dalam segala situasi dan kondisi yang semua insya Allah dalam lindungan Allah SWT. Yang terhormat, saya sampaikan kepada Mas Syafi'i Effendi, Presiden OIC Youth Indonesia yang tadi sudah bertolak ke Turki. Kemudian yang terhormat juga kepada Mr. Taha Ahyan, Presiden of Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum. Yang terhormat juga Bapak Joni Mardizal dari staf ahli Menpora RI. Juga tidak lupa saya sampaikan salam hormat kepada Mas Surya Egistian selaku Ketua UKM Flat dan Mas Faiz Istihori selaku Ketua Pelaksana ISDC, dan juga kepada kawan-kawan sekalian para panitia pelaksana ataupun panel pengarah dari UKM Flat, juga kepada seluruh peserta yang telah memeriahkan, yang telah berpartisipasi pada kegiatan ISDC ini, juga kepada bantuan dari segala pihak. Kemudian saya sampaikan juga salam hormat dari pimpinan UIN Syarif Hidayatullah Jakarta yang pada hari ini meminta saya untuk mewakili memberikan sambutan pada kegiatan yang dilaksanakan oleh UKM Flat dan bekerja sama dengan OIC Youth Indonesia. Suatu kebanggaan bagi saya pada malam hari ini, ternyata dalam situasi dan kondisi yang serba terbatas ini, yang menuntut segala bentuk kreativitas, para mahasiswa dituntut untuk menciptakan kegiatan yang bermanfaat. Dalam kegiatan hari ini, saya lihat bahwa UKM Flat atau UKM Bahasa Flat berhasil tidak hanya menciptakan sebuah kompetisi, tetapi juga membuat sebuah relationship atau silaturahim yang sangat bermanfaat antara para pencinta bahasa, terutama bahasa Arab dan bahasa Inggris. Sebenarnya saya nih agak canggung di sini. Semua tadi pakai bahasa Arab, bahasa Inggris. Saya harus berbicara bahasa Indonesia. Jadi mohon maaf karena daripada nanti bahasa Arab atau bahasa Inggris saya belepotan. Ya. Nah, mungkin ada yang bingung nih, belepotan apa. Tapi sekali lagi bahwa saya sangat mendukung kegiatan-kegiatan seperti ini karena kegiatan seperti ini tidak hanya menciptakan sebuah kompetisi in Arabic and English language, tapi juga menciptakan sebuah fairness, sebuah relationship, dan juga melatih bagaimana para mahasiswa bisa menjadi berpikir kritis atau critical thinking, kemudian juga menjadi seorang public speaking. Dengan segala keterbatasan yang ada saat ini, ternyata mahasiswa bisa menciptakan kegiatan-kegiatan yang menarik. Tentunya nanti ini diharapkan bisa diimplementasikan dalam kehidupan nyata, tidak hanya dalam dunia kampus atau dunia akademik. Dan saya juga berharap para mahasiswa bisa lebih banyak turun ke masyarakat, tidak hanya menjadi menara gading yang hanya bisa dinikmati atau menuai kebersamaan antara sesama mahasiswa sendiri. Saya kira masyarakat sudah sangat menanti turun sertanya mahasiswa dalam kegiatan menciptakan kegiatan-kegiatan yang menarik sehingga kita bisa sedikit mengalihkan dan melupakan akan pandemi COVID-19 ini sehingga suasananya menjadi lebih memotivasi. Saya sampaikan selamat untuk nanti para pemenang ataupun para peserta sekalian yang sudah melaksanakan kegiatan ini dengan baik. Dan sekali lagi saya ucapkan juga terima kasih kepada UKM Flat dan peserta para panitianya yang telah menciptakan kegiatan atau telah meng-create kegiatan yang sangat bermanfaat ini. Demikian wakhirul kalam dari saya. Wabil hidayah wa taufik. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you to Mr. Arif Arianto Aryadi. Next, we would like to invite Mr. Taha Ayhan as the President of Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum to deliver his speech. To Mr. Taha Ayhan, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My dear brothers and sisters, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is such an honor to be with you and to make such a closing speech in such a distinguished closing ceremony among my brothers and sisters. It's always a pleasure for me to be with you, dear sisters and brothers. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude to you for inviting me to the closing ceremony of this special event. We have reached the end of the program of Youth Solidarity for Palestine. I believe that all of you have well done through this valuable program. It's a privilege and an honor to be here again at a gathering of such eminent people. And I'm confident that you had fruitful debates and speeches since the topics you discussed and mentioned during the competition are significant enough. Allow me to pay my deep respect all of you who have participated in this valuable program and contributed to the solutions of problems of Palestinians and Muslims. I appreciate your efforts, and I would like to mention some issues that you have chosen to discuss in this competition. The rise of Islamophobia. Unfortunately, this issue is still crucial and unresolved in today's world. We need to find permanent solutions to this issue since we know there are billions of Muslims who face Islamophobia in their daily life somewhere in the world every single day. This exaggerated fear and hatred towards Islam and Muslims that is sustained by negative stereotypes result in discrimination, the marginalization, and exclusion of Muslims from social, political, and civil life. And unfortunately, Islamophobia is nurtured daily by several leadership figures in Western world. Islamophobia needs to be properly recorded to assess the scope and nature of the phenomenon, and the narratives used in Islamophobic attacks must be effectively deconstructed and challenged. Misinformed narratives concerning Islam and Muslims must be broken down. A reconstruction of mainstream ideas surrounding Islam and Muslims is needed. The ultimate goal in countering Islamophobia should be to create a fair and just society for all, one that values and safeguards the citizenship of its members. And the other topic, Muslim youth united against extremism. This is another important title needed to be discussed and extended. Young people constitute the majority of the world's population today. However, this majority, especially Muslim youth living in developing countries, struggle to attain basic needs in terms of education and training, gainful employment and sustainable livelihoods, healthcare services. Without access to these basic needs, young people have no means to grow, establish families, and fully contribute to society. Young people are often perceived as the main perpetrators of political violence, social unrest, and violent extremism, or even they are perceived as the human capital of those conflicts. Indeed, after providing our Ummah with these fundamental needs, it can be achieved more inclusive, peaceful societies. However, it is also important to acknowledge young people's positive roles as they participate in efforts to prevent conflicts, combat violence and extremism, and build sustainable peace. We have full confidence and support in our Ummah in the matter of uniting against extremism. The OIC has also consistently drawn the attention of their member states and the international community to the urgent need to address the root causes and underlying factors of violent extremism and terrorism. The Organization of Islamic Cooperation has cooperated in numerous programs and initiatives with international and regional organizations on issues related to combating terrorism and preventing violent extremism. And another title, which I personally give importance to, Global Ummah Consolidate Against the COVID-19 Pandemic. This is an issue which requires to join the efforts not just individually, but globally to get the results. In this regard, I would like to congratulate our Ummah who have consolidated against the pandemic. Because of COVID-19 pandemic, we as the Islamic Cooperation Forum, ICYF, have taken it on ourselves to deal with the crisis as an opportunity of development, growth, sharing, and networking. We have dedicated all our resources to further implement many of our plans, programs, and projects, all for the betterment of youth and future. In this painful period of COVID-19 and its far-reaching global economic, financial, and humanitarian challenges, the ICYF has yet again proven its leadership and commitment to advancement of youth issues and causes in the OIC region and beyond. For us all, the future of youth in the COVID-19 era is a major concern, especially with the expectation that many of our member states will undergo many socio-economic challenges. In this new context, we will continue to support youth work both in quantity and quality, especially in awareness campaigns, further train and support youth to reach their potential. Before concluding my statement, before the end of my words, I would like to congratulate the winners of this competition and all the participants who have spent their valuable time to contribute to this event. And my profound thanks to the excellencies, ministers, and ambassadors, the head of international organizations, the representatives of international institutions, and all the other speakers and panel members. Our support, love, and prayers to our beloved people in Palestine, in Indonesia, and in all the parts of the world where our Ummah is. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect you all in these difficult times of COVID-19. Please stay healthy and safe. I thank you all for your kind attention. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ma'as-salam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you to Mr. Taha Ayhan. Thank you to Mr. Taha Ayhan for your welcoming speech. Last but not least on our welcoming speech agenda, we have Mr. Johnny Mardizal as the Senior Advisor to Minister of Youth and Sports of Indonesia. To Mr. Johnny Mardizal, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah wa syukurillah wa ni'matillah wa la haula wa la quwata illa billah. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah, asyhadu anna Muhammadar abduhu wa rasuluhu la nabiyya ba'dah. Sayyidina Muhammad. Mr. Taha Ahyan, President of ICYF, Ms. Astrid, Sekretaris Jenderal of OIC Youth Indonesia, and all of you. Good evening in Indonesia. My name is Johnny Madizal. I'm Senior Advisor of the Minister of Youth and Sport Republic of Indonesia. And it is such an honor to meet all of you. I really hope that our cooperation continue forward. Freedom is the most sacred thing that every mankind has possessed. Mankind has to possess. How can we live in proper life is peace, but still in shackle? Of course, it is impossible. Every nation should thrive in freedom without any fear of occupation. It written in our constitution from beginning the day we declare independent from our occupiers. And bahasa bahwa sesungguhnya kemerdekaan adalah hak segala bangsa. Indonesia has never backed down on our brother and sister Palestine. It is become the part of our constitution that any occupation has to be eradicated from the earth. Therefore, it is our obligation to support always that Palestine will achieve independence. Palestine has always become a symbol of strength for freedom and independence, especially in the Muslim in the world. Despite the hardship of war, up to gain freedom. Our youth in Indonesia has so many role in create solidarity for our brother and sister in Palestine. They have become our agent of change and promoter of peace. That is why many involved as well in diplomacy to help solve the global issue, including Palestine. This because our youth are always striving to self-improvement, a motivation to become better in future, and also to become more benefit to making and the world. Our country has continued on to support and will keep continue on to support our youth for becoming the bridge, the solidarity within the society. And also a part of our nation law number 37 in year 1999 that diplomacy can be done with youth organization, not just forex ministry. This law saw the importance of all elements in society, especially youth, to involve in diplomacy as our country role in promoting work peace, especially for youth in the most important part of the because the next generation, that will continue and carry on our country moving forward and the world as well toward peace. Therefore, the Minister Youth and Sport Republic of Indonesia approved that OIC Youth Indonesia becoming to bridge the diplomacy, especially among youth, and we will continue to support. That is all what I have to say. Thank you. Hopefully, our meeting will give great impact. The one day Palestine will achieve freedom and independence. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you to Mr. Johnny Mardizal for your opening speech. And with this speech, that concludes our welcoming speech agenda. Next, we'll be moving on to what all of you have been waiting for, which is the announcement of ISDC 2020. All right, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I would like to invite the English debate adjudicators to announce the winners of English debate ISDC 2020. To English debate adjudicators, the floor is yours.
I'm sorry, there were three adjudicators. Would you mind telling which one you'd like to announce the result?
All right, for the first adjudicator that may state what you would like to say, you may go first if that's all right.
Yeah, sure. If all of us have to speak, then I'd let the last person announce the result. But if only I have to speak, then I'll just announce the result myself, whatever is convenient.
All right. If do you have anything you would like to deliver to the participants, Ms. Rutaba?
Sure. So I'll deliver the result and the summary of the event. So first of all, thank you. I think I'll speak on behalf of the rest of the educator as well. It was a brilliant experience having been on the listening side, on the other side of the table, to be able to listen to young minds who were brave, who were able to come up with brilliant ideas just in a span of 20 minutes, and then be able to encapsulate these broad ideas in under 7 minutes. So first of all, a virtual round of applause to all the teams that participated, specifically to the ones that made it to the finals. You guys were brilliant. You guys were great, which is why you were here. So no matter who wins at the end of the day, the fact that you're here in the final is a testimony to the fact that you're good. Now, to the debate itself, we had some riveting arguments from both the government and the opposition side. The motion was very clear. It was the fact that the House regrets the normalization of the relationship between OIC member states and Israel. The opposition talked about the material gains that could be made at the backdrop of normalization, and the fact that there is a prospect for universal harmony to be made here. However, the government was strong in their rebuttal, saying that this is wishful thinking, that the normalization is one-sided, it gives one side more power, and that means that the subjugation for the Palestinian people can be ramped up. So there were good rebuttals, there were good prospects, and we had a good time listening to both sides. When we were deliberating on the results, we had a split actually. There were three judges. Two of them leaned on one side and one of them leaned on the other side. So we had like a good 15 minutes, 20-minute discussion on which side we wanted to end up, giving the winning title to. We went back and forth and the margins were very tight. And you'll see why I'm saying the margins were tight. However, it came down to the fact which team had better matter, which team was able to make substantially backed up claims, and which is where we had the result that we have. So without further delay and having to have you listen to me anymore, the government, the total for the government was 704.06, and the total marks that the opposition gained was 705.75. So just 1.69 difference between the totals, and the opposition side won, which is the Universitas Pendidikan Ganesha, if I'm not mispronouncing it incorrectly. They have won. Congratulations to the winning team, and my well wishes for the runners up.
All right, thank you to Ms. Rutaba Tariq for your announcements, and thank you also congratulations to the winning team. We also like to say thank you to all the participants for English debate. For the English debate adjudicators, is there anything else you would like to deliver before we move on to the next announcement?
Okay.
Sharon Rafi?
Yeah, I will add some comment. So the result has been announced by Sister Rutaba Tariq that the winner for this competition is opposition group. And then, of course, during the judgment, we can say that those who already reached final always is the best. So both teams are the best. So is the difficulty within us? So the jury it's not easy to make calculation for their point. So after the debate amongst the juries, so the result has been announced by Mrs. Rutaba. So the winner is opposition group. And then I want to highlight that this is the process of education. So this debate is the training for the future leader. So when you lose today, probably you will see your weakness, and then you improve, and then in the future you will be a leader. So I can say that both teams are the best, because those who reaching the final is the best team. So congratulations for the winner, and then of course for the runner up, keep improvement, and then probably the next years your team will win the game. Again, this is just the game, and then come back again, learn again, and then keep improve. Thank you. The time I keep the time to moderator. Thank you.
All right, thank you to Mr. Sharoni Rofi.
Can I say something?
Yes, you may say something, Mr. Gilang.
Yes. Hello, everyone. So I'm the third adjudicator. I don't want to repeat what the previous two adjudicators have said. I just want to say the sheer difficulty. Really, we've been debating for maybe 20 minutes or more to decide on the winner. 2 points are particularly difficult. One, I think in assessing debate competition is much harder than assessing speech competition, because speech competition you are assessing one person, but debating team, sometimes you see there is a very outstanding participant, but there is a gap between that outstanding person and the whole team, so it's become difficult to assess. And secondly, personally, here in Oxford, I'm studying exactly this topic about normalization, about Israel. So I'm really invested in this thing. And I have to say that if this is like a thesis defense session, I would definitely give the victory to the government team, because matter-wise, it's impeccable. They have a very strong case. However, this is not a thesis defense session. This is a debate competition. So you have to be able to convey your argument in a methodology, with a sound method. And you have, as you know, we have 4 different pillars of assessment. And with a very small margin, the opposition could kind of balance these different pillars in such a way that they could have this 1 point margin ahead of you. But that just shows how great both of you are. And I hope with this in mind, both of the teams could improve in the upcoming competitions, inshallah. Thank you.
All right, thank you to Mr. Gilang Lukman, and also thank you to the adjudicators of English debate. We would like to say congratulations to Universitas Pendidikan Ganesha, and also congratulations to Universitas Lampung, who have also participated in the finals. Congratulations also to all teams for participating in ISDC 2020. All right, moving on to the English speech division. I would like to invite Ms. Astrid Nadia Rizkita and also Mr. Maudima Adil to present the results. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Nadia, for giving us the floor. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, everyone, and to some of you in other parts of the world, good afternoon. As we reach the end of 2020 and with the ongoing pandemic, it's really we're really grateful to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala for giving us the opportunity to gather again in this event. Not only together for the competition, be it debate or speech, but most importantly is the silaturahim. Most importantly is the cooperation, the kinship, the brotherhood that we can showcase in this hard times. And as we're supposed to announce the results, but before that, on behalf of OIC Indonesia as the Secretary General, I'd like to thank our co-organizer, UKM Flat Bahasa UIN Jakarta, for such dedication, all the time, all the energy, effort invested in organizing this program since 3 months ago, and for the past 2 weeks, Surya and his dedicated team, Faiz, and all others involved have been very invested in making this event come into fruition and success. And also, we'd like to give many thanks to all the judges and adjudicators involved in this event, both for the speech and the debate, for all competitions, be it English and Arabic. Many thanks to all of you to support us and for the efforts, as we know that this is a cross-border event, and even in this weekend on a Sunday, all of you are gathered here for this closing ceremony, and we're very grateful for that. And many thanks to the team of OIC Indonesia. We have Ilham here as the Executive Secretary and also the Steering Committee. And also to all the participants for taking part in our event and for your excellent contribution, your ideas. And it really shows in the results. And without any further ado, I'd like to give the floor to my co-adjudicator, Mr. Maudi Madil, from the Philippines, who would like to speak. To Maudi, the floor is yours.
Right, thank you, sister. Before anything else, allow me to greet you all in the divine words of Islam. Yes, we are all experiencing actually not to to make judgment, to put the rights to our hands to judge certain ideas and knowledge from the individual, right? I said to myself, how am I going to look at and consider what is valid and what is relevant, and of course to conclude the part of that Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala and the messengers of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala reminds us that seeking knowledge is compulsion, right? So at a young age, I was amazed to all the finalists was able to capture maybe not the entire issue, not the entire wisdom of it, but at some point it helps us. I mean, at the age of 30, I was able to see where am I at the same. I mean, when I was their age, what did I talk about? What did I focus on? So it's quite important to see today that how smart young people today, because Google is everywhere, internet is everywhere, technology is very accessible today. Compared to us back then, it's difficult for us to seek knowledge. For example, just a simple hadith, we have to go to a different library to complete the line of narration, for example. So I congratulate the winner, just that the matter of numbers, there's always need to get the top one, the champion. May this initiative, to all of you, but to the rest of the young people in Indonesia, and unite for a certain opportunity. How are you going to to make Indonesia a better community, not just not just to your the same age, but also to the rest and to the upcoming generations. So you are passionate about it and very optimistic about it. So keep it up, keep the spirit. And before I will end my message to everyone, always look and consider yourself a symbol of something. May it be a air, if wind, or anything, and be consistent. The time when I was watching you guys, that is what is not there, a consistency. So we have to look back and be grounded of the situation where we are and relate that to other parts of the community, to our neighbors especially. For example, when we speak about Palestine issue, we have to be grounded also. What is there, what is present in our community that is related? Because we all know that context matter to us. Every community, every approach is different. For example, Philippines is not a Muslim community, but we are trying our best. And Alhamdulillah, we're able to to build something new, a new political entity for the Muslim community majority in Mindanao. So, and that's all I can give to all, and a message to everyone: keep it up. Invite more young people to be more critical, and then more make the most of their time. Convince them to see things, not just their phones and not just their contacts or Instagram, but make something of it. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Brother Maudi, for the verbal adjudication.
Thank you to Mr. Maudi Ma'adil for your verbal adjudication, and also to Ms. Astrid Nadia Rizkita.
Okay, so we're now going to announce the winners without any further ado. So we had 5 finalists in the English speech competition, and they were all very impressive, as Brother Maudi stated and shared with us. So we had, so now we have top 2 winners. So the second winner is Sister Mutiara Sari Inayah from SMA 3 Malang with a total score of 258. Her speech was about the rise of Islamophobia. And the first winner is Brother Lubab Hood from Pesantren Persis Bangil with the speech Arab has failed Palestinian with a total score of 261. So again, congratulations to all the winners.
All right, thank you to Ms. Astrid Nadia Rizkita and also to Mr. Maudi Ma'adil that have already presented the winners of the English speech competition. Congratulations to all winners. And next, we'll be moving on to the Arabic debate competition. We would like to invite Mr. Imamuddin Mukhtar as the adjudicator for Arabic debate. To Mr. Imamuddin Mukhtar, the floor is yours.
Yes. Hello, hello.
You are audible, sir.
نعم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لحظة. طيب. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله سيدنا محمد بن عبد الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. أما بعد، المحترمين جميع الحضور والجمهور في هذا زوم. أنا الآن سأعلن النتيجة التي تتعلق بالمناظرة العلمية باللغة العربية، لكن قبيل كل شيء أود أن أقول شكرا جزيلا للجنة على حضور هذه البطولة. طبعا كل يستفيد من هذه البطولة. أيها المتناظرون، اشتراككم في هذه البطولة دليل على حبكم في اللغة العربية، وحبكم في اللغة العربية دليل على أنكم لديكم حماسة، رغبة، إرادة قوية لترقية مهاراتكم الأربع، وبالخصوص في مهارة الكلام ومهارة الاستماع. هذه المهارات الأربع داخلة في المناظرة العلمية. إذن في حال غير مباشر أنكم الآن ترقي جودتكم في اللغة العربية باشتراككم إلى هذه البطولة. طبعا كل متناظر فائز في نفسه، كل متناظر فائز لبيئته، كل متناظر فائز لأهله، كل متناظر فائز لحوله. لكن من الأسف الشديد لهذه البطولة لا يوجد الفائزان للمركز الأول. إذن نحن لابد علينا أن نختار فائزا واحدا فقط للمركز الأول. لذلك بكل حزن وسرور أريد الآن أن أعلن النتيجة للجولة النهائية للمناظرة العلمية باللغة العربية لهذه البطولة. الفريق بين فريق جامعة ماليزية الإسلامية العالمية في موقف المعارضة، وكذلك فريق الموالاة يأتي من جامعة العلوم الإسلامية الماليزية. من الفائز في هذه البطولة؟ المركز الأول. نعم، الفريق الذي يحصل على المركز الأول في هذه البطولة بنتيجة 785 شولة 75، والفريق في المركز الثاني نتيجته 782. إذن الفرق بين الأول والثاني حوالي 4. المركز الأول لفريق المعارضة جامعة ماليزية الإسلامية العالمية. صفق أيديكم. والمركز الثاني كذلك هذا فريق قوي، هذان فريقان قويان، جامعة العلوم الإسلامية الماليزية. شكرا جزيلا لكم جميعا أيها المتناظرون. لمن لم يحصل على المركز الأول والثاني، أنتم قد حصلتم على الإنجازات الغالية ألا وهي خبرة. إذا من هذه الخبرة لابد عليكم أن تتحرك، لا تسكت في مكان واحد. إذا تتحرك تشترك المسابقة مسابقة لكي تفوز ربما في مسابقة أخرى إن شاء الله. شكرا جزيلا للجميع، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Walaikum salam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Congratulations to all of the winners for Arabic debate. Thank you to Mr. Imamuddin Mukhtar for announcing who won the Arabic debate. Last but not least, we would like to move to the announcement for Arabic speech. I would like to invite Ms. Endah Awalia Wardani, since the judges for Arabic speech are not able to make it tonight. We would like to invite Ms. Endah as the representative to announce the winners. To Ms. Endah, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you Nadia. Tayyib, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Lailatukum sa'idah. Ana Endah Awalia, kasih kritir ISDC sanata alfain wa ishrun. Sa'walinukum jami'an alfaizain li musabaqatil khitabah li lughah al-arabiyyah li anna hay'at tahkim huna lam tatamakan fil hudur. Tayyib mubasyaratan faqat. Li faizil awal hunaka Syahrul Halim min Ar-Raudatul Hasanah Islamic Boarding School Medan. Wali Faizah Asania hunaka Muhammad Faris Maulana Akbar min UIN Sunan Gunung Jati Bandung. Taib aqulukum mabruk wa ma'an najah lakum. Syukran. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you to Ms. Endah for announcing the winners of Arabic speech. We would also like to congratulate the winners of Arabic speech, and not only to those who won, but also to everyone who has participated in ISDC 2020. We really do appreciate your participation in ISDC 2020, and we hope everyone had a great experience throughout the whole time period. With all of the announcements having already been announced, this marks the end of our closing ceremony for tonight. Congratulations to all winners and to all participants. Thank you to all adjudicators, all judges, and also to all of the committees that have already made ISDC 2020 possible. We would like to thank everyone who is here today in the closing ceremony. That would be all from me. I would like to apologize if there are any mistakes from our side. Good evening, good morning, good night, wherever you are. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Here, here. Here, here, everyone.
Thank you so much, everyone, and congratulations to all the winners. I think we can end the streaming now.